This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So thanks everyone for joining the QA demo or orientation. Today is July 14th, 11:40 a.m. PST. We'll continue for another one and a half hour. So the same way, every class will be recorded from beginning to end. Today we are expecting 2 more people. Either they will come late or they will miss the whole session. But I will send this recording. They're in India or China, no matter what, they can attend from anywhere in the world during this time when there is a class. If they miss, they will go through the recording. If they come late also, they will go through the recording. But you attended whole class, also you will go through the recording and then you will practice. So in the class, everything is green. You don't even practice automation or manual testing with me. All you need to do is fully focus, understand the concept. So this morning I had a class. 2 students practicing along with, today is online class only. Along with, I cannot see them that they are practicing. Remaining all students focusing. They said, oh, something is not working. I said, I told WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver. What that line will do, they both couldn't answer. The people who are not practicing, focusing, concentrating, they say, oh, that will launch Firefox browser. Right? And my documentation, automation also, everything is documented. Open this, click this, enter this. And we have the recording. Now once training is completed, you wait for the recording. And then peacefully open the document, play the recording and practice. I like the process. At home also, I don't do it without planning anything. Everything has to be planned. Once we have a proper plan, execution will be very easy. Sometimes dynamic things will come, we cannot do anything, but we know that there are students coming, they want hands-on training, and at the end they want to get a job. What all they need, I already planned. If I'm new, I have to look for something. So all you need is laptop. Bring laptop here, that's all. And you will get access to the full training material. You will have access to the automation tools. You will install it on your computer. It will work forever and you will practice. Question, yes?
Eclipse? Should we be working on Eclipse?
Yeah. So when you're doing, the question is, are you guys using Eclipse? Yes. During the automation testing, you're going to learn Selenium WebDriver tool and you have to write a code. To write the code, we have to use an editor called Eclipse. That is this. Luckily, in Office, this is Office laptop. In Office, whatever we are doing, we are exactly doing the same here. At the same time, some of our training material I am using in Office. Some of the Office stuff I'll use it here by removing some copyright stuff and all. So, bottom line is, whatever myself, my team members doing in the Office, I'm exactly simulating the same here. With this, you should be able to get the job and also hold the job. Like the projector or a television or anything, right? After 2 weeks, you can return it if you don't like it. The same way, when you join the company as a QA, if they think you're not the right person, they may ask you to leave. So far, I did not see any students, after they get the job, they got fired or laid off. Laid off is a different story I'm talking about. It is called a kind of fired, I guess. Okay? Now, so this training should be able to get a job and hold the job. That I can tell the bottom line. Okay? So, this is the agenda. And this is about myself. Let's go through the flow. Whatever topic we have the slides. At the end, we can have the quick Q&A. So, about myself, last 18 years. 18 years I'm in IT. 2000 I came here. Since 2000 I'm in quality assurance. I worked as a QA engineer. then became senior QA, then became QA lead, then became a QA manager, then became QA director. For the last two companies, I was a director. Those are all startups. That means in QA, there is no QA manager. Startups, they directly say director. Now I'm working for a big company in Santa Clara. My role downgraded to QA manager. They said they cannot give QA director directly. And also, I don't want to be people manager. I still want to do hands-on. When the startup companies offer director of QA, I thought it is only people management, because big companies director means most of the people management. I said I don't want. They're asking why. Director means no hands-on. Now who told there is no hands-on? Because this is a startup company. Everything along with your team members you also have to do. Right? So the reason I told, that is the hierarchy in QA. That is one of the interview questions. What is the hierarchy in QA? You will tell QA engineer, senior QA, QA lead, QA manager, QA director, VP of engineering. So I have expertise in manual testing, black box testing, white box testing, automation, performance, section pivot, backend testing. Used the different automation tools initially with WinRunner, later QTP, now latest one is Selenium. And bug tracking tools like Bugzilla. And now it is the latest one is most of the companies using either Rally or Jira. I'm an administrator for Jira in the current company. On top of it, the important point is I work for big companies, mid-level companies, and also startup companies. This course will be mainly will be teaching in a startup mode. If you learn in a startup mode, mid-level and big companies, if you are first job, you will feel like it's very easy. Even if you get it in startup company, I'm already telling what is the difference. Let's say you're writing test cases. In a startup company, what is their expectation? In big company, what is big company? They don't care. Oh, you want 5 days, you take. But if they follow Agile, big company or small company, it's same. But we should know what is Agile. Waterfall, it's easy. Long back, it is a legacy model. That's why some people will say, oh, you want to go as a QA, come to my home, I'll teach you in 2 days. Those days gone. When somebody is coming, when I'm interviewing, first I'm checking whether you have real experience or at least well trained. Within 10 minutes, I can find out. If I don't feel either you well trained or you have real experience, I don't continue. Well, you have good experience, but for our requirement, you may not be fit. If I like it, then only I'll bring you for on-site interview. That's why now the expectations are more. As a QA, you need to know a lot of things, but at least mid-level to low level to mid-level, if you know, that is good. Okay, so that's all about myself. And your name again?
Mansi Trivedi. Mansi.
Mansi. Okay. I think one more student coming. Who just joined? You can unmute and you can talk. And also, Mansi, in the meantime, so I just give my background. I'm Rama. I'm a QA instructor or professor here to teach the QA course. Anyway, we are recording. Whoever just joined, they can go through my recording. Mansi, can you please quickly introduce yourself, your name and your background, and why you are coming for QA? So, you guys, until now, you are different. With my training, within 2 months, you have to change. Right? You will talk in front of people without any shy. One thing is, I'll always feel I only know everything and remaining people doesn't know. Otherwise, I cannot talk in front of people. I'm much shyer than you in the beginning. Please go ahead. Your name, your education background, maybe your immigration background, and why you are taking this training. Please go ahead.
Sure. My name is Mansi Trivedi. I came in 2008. I live in San Jose. I did my bachelor in business administration in India.
Yep.
For my future goal, I'm pursuing MBA. But right now, meanwhile, I want to do QA because there is lots of opportunity and
Good. Good introduction. Since you said, I want to join, I want to become a QA engineer, I heard there are a lot of opportunities. For Apple, recently, we got 10 positions. It is entry level position. There are 10 positions for Apple Sunnyvale. I gave our student resumes. So far, I could able to give only 6 people. 4 people got selected. 2 people, 1 person finished the test but couldn't finish the on-site interview. But out of 6, 4 got selected means the percentage is lot, almost 80%. They're still asking the resumes. So nowadays, jobs not like 1 or 2 coming. They have 10 openings. We cannot always take that example. QA, take this very simple. Any product, if you want to release, they're saying we are on web, we are on mobile, right? These two, when you say web, one person they need to test web. When they say mobile, there is iOS and Android. They need 2 more people. And also, obviously, they will say you need to automate. That means at least 4 different jobs your resume will go if you learn properly. And no one can dare to release their product without testing by the testing team. Even if developer says, I can test it, I can release, CEO or VP will not sign. Customers will ask, who tested this? If say developers, no, developers may not know all positive, negative boundary. There are lots of process there in QA. We'll act like a real customer. We'll test with IE browser, Firefox browser, Chrome browser. We'll test with 100 users or 1000 users. These are all developers cannot, they don't have time. Got it? I'll take your on. That is the best answer. But when you go for an interview, why did you come for QA? Your answer should be different. That I will cover when we have QA interview preparation. So thanks for the introduction. So online we have 2 people, and first one I cannot see the name. It is saying waiting for the name. Can you guys quickly give your introduction, online people? One is VWEI, the other one, can you guys hear me? And also, yeah, you can just give a quick introduction about yourself, your name, your education, and why QA, why you are coming for QA training. And the other person, you can right click on your name and you can modify with your actual name if possible. I don't have a mic here. Okay, that is fine, not an issue. But you can type a few lines, what you did, what is your background, and where you are located right now, at least. And the second person, I think you are unmuted now. I think if you don't have any mic issues, you can speak out. We can listen. Otherwise, you can write 1 or 2 lines of your background, if possible, if you're okay. Okay, so that is for student introduction. So this is the main thing you guys should know. Okay. So before we go for the details, this is the open house or QA demo. And next class, we will announce whether it is Wednesday or Friday, or I will tell you. Either Mona or Shamli or Crystal will tell when is the next class. Right now, I'm about to finish the current batch and then they will tell you. But in the meantime, after I finish my topic, you ask whatever questions you want and make sure you're comfortable, take enough time, and you see, did I come to the right company? Did I pick the right instructor? Did I pick the right course? These are all you think about it. Don't travel on two boats. But once you decide, yes, I want to be QA, no one can stop you to get the job. That guarantee I can give. Instead of confidence on you, I have a lot of confidence on me, and I'm thinking I can teach anyone. They will listen me and they will follow my guidance and they will get the job. Okay. So this July month, I heard 4 people informed me that they got a job. Some people don't inform. When I meet somewhere, they'll say I'm working here, or they will say my job is over. Can you find something? You don't need to tell, but I'll be happy if you get a job, right? So now, one thing is this course, duration and all we'll talk. Every class we will record, beginning to end. And at the end of the class, I will share the recording to everyone. That recording will stay with you forever, so that you can peacefully play the recording and you can open the corresponding document and you can practice. That will automatically tell. And one more thing, you can attend in class online live. If you miss the class, still okay. You play the recording and practice. If you come late, it's okay. Play the recording and practice, right? But when you attend in class or online, you focus 100%. Just 1.5, the whole teaching will be maximum 2 hours per day per class, right? Instead of doing multitasking, if we can fully focus, you ask me the same question even 5 times, I'm ready to answer with different examples, right? The reason you're coming here, you're paying, and you're not only paying and all, you're mainly spending time here. You have to utilize that. This 2 months training should give you 1 year of QA experience. With that, you should be able to get a job quickly, right? So here is the actual curriculum. As a first topic, you are going to learn software QA manual testing. So here there are number of classes and all. It all depends on number of students, number of questions based on their backgrounds. Sometimes it can be 6 or sometimes it can be 10 also. I don't teach based on number of hours or number of class. This is our own training. Our goal is not only this, we'll get money through trainings, but I'll get more money when you get a job through our company. When you get a job, you will get money, company will get money, I will also get money. My focus is more on every teaching, I will teach in job point of view. This is purely a job-oriented training. So, by the time you finish your first topic, you will learn how to test web applications and mobile applications manually. Example, we use Expedia.com, right? You can open it through browser in a Windows or Mac. The same Expedia, you can download the native app on your iPhone or Android phone. Forget about QA. Now, without knowing any QA background, see if we can able to find any bugs. Can you log in on web? Can you log in the same on iOS and Android? Can you log out? If you are clicking so fast in different one of the button or links, if you do the same on mobile, is it crashing? Right? Can you purchase a flight ticket from browser? Can you do the same on iOS and Android phones? Right? So basically, the customer saying I'm using Expedia, but QA will say I'm testing Expedia. That is the difference. right? But customers may do the happy paths mostly. They will try to log in with their valid username and password, but QA, they'll try to log in with the valid. At the same time, they'll try to log in with invalid. What invalid should do? It should not allow you to log in. So, at the end of this manual testing course, you will learn how to test web and also how to test mobile. And if somebody says, sometimes some OPT students attend my classes, they cannot wait until, let's say, whole course is done. They can immediately prepare the resume. We have sample resumes in our Yahoo groups and G Drive. That is where the material is available in both the places. They can go through the sample, prepare resume, send it to me. I will modify and send it back to them. Okay. For example, yesterday I reviewed this resume. Yesterday, right? I have reviewed your automation resume and did some changes. Please find attached updated resume. Right? So there is a process. So I will, since you sent manual testing resume, prior to that she sent a manual testing resume. Now she sent automation resume. I will review, finalize, and you can, I will introduce you to our recruitment team. You can work with them while attending the time. Or if you say, anyway, I waited all these months or years, let me finish the whole course and finalize the resume and then I'll apply for the jobs. That is also fine. So that is the first topic. Second topic, if you see the series, right, 200 series, that means total 4 topics you are going to learn. This is actually automation testing. Within that automation testing, it's a Java programming initially you will learn. Irrespective of your background, I have very good training material. I will teach with a very simple examples. Irrespective of your backgrounds, you will definitely 100% write the Java code. And you will learn one testing automation framework. And then you will learn the actual tool, which is a Selenium WebDriver. Let's say somebody installed Selenium WebDriver tool. Now they are saying, I want to automate. Selenium cannot work by writing just a Selenium WebDriver commands. It requires a mix of Java and a TestNG code. Then only we can say, I wrote Selenium WebDriver script. So what this tool is doing? For that I have to explain a simple example. So this is, let's say, this is one sample flight application and a login. Right? Login and logout. Or we can take Amazon.com, right? In Amazon.com, see how many features there. We have to test search, we have to test departments, we have to test these, all this. Let's say you're testing it manually. Manually means I want to see if I can able to search for iPhone. Right? Then you like something. Can I click this? Can I add to the cart? Can I purchase? Can I log out? Can I close the browser? Like that, there are so many features. As a manual QA, you are saying, there are 50 features I need to test To test on one browser, I need one day all these features. But I have 4 browsers, IE, Firefox, Chrome, Safari. I have 4 operating systems, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 and Mac. 4 multiply 4, 16. That means I need 16 days to test these. 16 days means 3 plus weeks. If QA manager says, we have to release once a week, but you are saying 3 weeks, then manual QA engineers will say, can you give me 2 more resources so that I will finish it up in 1 week. What if the feature testing is taking 50 weeks? You need 50 people? That is not the solution, right? Then the solution is we have to automate. Let me show you how the automation, this morning only we finished this one. I'll just show Eclipse, one Selenium WebDriver code with a mix of Java, how it looks like. And when I click run button, that will automatically launch the same website and get the title of the page and close. So let me show you that. So this is how we are testing manually. I'm just giving one example for automation. So you should not feel like, oh, whether I'm learning right thing. I have to worry about whether you are learning the right thing or not, so that we can place you quickly, right? Take okay. So this is the program. Don't think I can write, I can remember. I'm always giving one exemplar point. You have to take it easy. By birth, we don't know alphabetics, 1, 2, 3s, poems, numbers, all these things, right? But now, after that we learned. Now we can write a big math, big poems, poetries and all. Why can't Java? Why our friends are doing, why can't we do it? Now compare it to manual testers. Let's say V is manual tester and your name again, one more time. Mansi. Mansi is a automation QA. V is manual QA. Manual QA, if they get $40 per hour, you may get $45 to $50 per hour. Right? Compare it to manual testers. Oh, you want to go? Yeah, thank you. I think somebody is coming, knocking the door. Please wait a minute. Please send me your email ID, and the other person also. Please send me your email ID so that I can send you the QA training material today. But you guys can, after this demo, you guys can decide whether to continue or not. Take your time. Nobody's there, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm saying automation engineers, let's say V has 1 year of manual testing experience. Mansi has 1 year of automation experience. Still, it's the same experience, right? Number of years. But if you get 50, you will get 55 or 60. $5 to $10 variation will be there. And compare it to manual testers, automation engineers will be secured. Okay. But I'm saying, right, to me, automation is much easier than manual testing. It depends on who is teaching is also important. I will explain in a simple way. You should be able to learn without, irrespective of your backgrounds. If I'm directly teaching Selenium WebDriver, then maybe a problem. That is the reason initially I'm teaching Java, then TestNG, then I'm teaching Selenium WebDriver. All we need to do is right click, run as a Java application. That's all. This should automatically launch the browser. I am not doing it. The browser will come up. It is saying that Chrome is being controlled by automated testing software. It will get the title of the page, and after a few seconds, it will close the browser. We are not doing anything. So it itself. That means instead of you test it, this one will do it. But now the problem is, if you are it's not problem. If you are a manual QA, you can work for only 8 hours. But once you automate, one second. So this will show the title of the page. What is the title of the page? It captured and it closed, right? So it will tell pass or fail. Everything looks okay, then it won't show anything. Otherwise, it will show error. So this is how the manual versus automation is happening. Manual tester can work for only 8 hours, but whereas automation tool can run for 24 hours, right? So that's why if manual test is taking 3 weeks, right, we said, automation can be finished in maybe 1 week. Within 1 week also, if manager says 24 hours your script is running, but still it took 1 week. The manager says, we hired and we spent a lot of money on automation. Manual testers used to take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Your automation guys taking 1 week. 1 week is also too late for us. Can you finish everything in 1 day? For that, it is good expectations, and Selenium has an intelligence, that is Selenium Grid. What Selenium Grid is doing, it is taking 1 week means 7 days. Let's say we have 700 programs, it is running. We'll put 700 into 7 groups. Each group will run 100 tests. First group 100 tests, second group 100 to 200, third group 200 to 300, like that. These are all 7 groups will run at the same time. Selenium WebDriver can do sequentially only, one after other. But Selenium Grid can do parallel execution. That's why Selenium, as soon as somebody asks what is Selenium Grid, Selenium Grid I'm using to speed up my execution, test execution. That is what it is. Here there is a programming little bit, here there is a programming, here there is a programming, here there is no programming. Some property settings you will do, that will take care. So either you are a manual QA or automation QA, you both will find the bugs. Example, in a login page you enter valid username, valid password. What are you expecting? User to log in, right? Login failed. You have to inform developer how. You need a bug tracking tool. 90% of the companies or 80% of the companies nowadays, they are following Agile. I'll teach Agile during the manual testing time. Agile means they are either using Rally or Jira. Most of the people migrating to Jira also from Rally. So Jira you will understand end to end, and during that time I will explain what is backlog meeting, what is sprint planning meeting, what is sizing the user story, what is capacity planning, how to create a sprint, how to start a sprint, how to stop a sprint. These are all will be discussed in Jira. But Jira you are mainly learning how to submit a bug. The fourth one is interview preparation. This is very important. During this time, I will teach you, I will download one resume, and I will say if you are preparing your resume, what kind of changes you have to do. How to prepare resume I'm going to teach. And on top of it, I'll explain what is W2, what is 1099, what is corp to corp, how much salary do you need to ask, whether you can go as a fresher or you have to go as a training experience, or you have to go as a 1 year, 2 year or 3 year experience. If 1 to 3 years up and all, then what to discuss. And are you going to try your own, or you are going to work through us? If you are work through us, what are the benefits? If you are trying your own, what are additional things you need to take care? These are all will be discussed. This will take almost 2 hours minimum. And what all questions you have. By the time we finish all the training, you may have some question, but you don't wait until fourth subject comes in the class, every time you can ask. Whenever you have questions, you can ask. The duration for now we are saying 6 weeks. It is for sure it will take 2 months, no matter what. So 3 classes per week. Monday, I have some flexibility coming 3 months. Basically, I have to work more with the offshore team and all. Morning time, I have some flexibility. So morning 10 to 12:30 is the time. Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Is it possible for you guys?
We have college.
What time?
She has college in the morning. What time do you have college?
9 to 1.
How many days?
Monday and Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday. I will see. Otherwise, I have to. For how long?
It's for till December.
Okay.
So it
Then
starts from September.
maybe.
Till December.
Oh, September, right?
Yeah.
But until September, you are available. Then it's okay. September will change the instead of Monday, we'll change it to Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. Okay, good. Yeah, but we and the other person also confirm if this time is okay. Well and good. Otherwise, I need to find something else. Okay. Now, days and timings done, right? There is at the end of the training you are going to do. So during manual testing, automation and Jira, I cannot teach manual testing automation without an application. Mostly I will use Amazon. And I will say Amazon and Expedia I will use. I'll tell if you are taking Amazon or Expedia, how you are testing it manually and how you are going to automate. But when you are doing a project work, let me show you.
Do you have like any dummy website?
Yeah.
Where she can practice?
Yes, I'm showing that. When you're going to practice, when you're going to do a project work, so here you should see QA project work, right? There is a document and there is a proper plan. So during manual testing, got it right? So during manual testing, what you're doing. So if you say, I'm a realtor, what is your job? Buy the homes, sell the homes, right? If you're a financial agent, you will say new loans and refi. The same way, when you say manual QA, you have to tell this. I do the requirements review to understand the application. I develop a QA test plan. That means when I'm starting, when I'm stopping, which tool I'm using, which browsers I'm using. And then test cases means, if we take login as an example, if I'm a business analyst and if you're Mamsi is a QA and Pratik, right, your name?
Yeah.
You're a developer resume. I give a requirement to you and you develop requirement is login logout. You develop the web page and you give it to Mansi. Now she is testing. She cannot directly go and test. First you will ask me, give me the requirement for login. What you are expecting. Login, what it is. Login everybody knows. I'm testing something which is entirely new. I never see it. Login means it should allow user as a guest user or it should allow user as a registered user. Registered user should have password. A lot of people don't know, right? Login means I have a user account and I will log in. But Expedia is a guest account also. Plus, do you need to test with only IE browser or I have to test other browsers? Do you need to test it on other operating system? These are all will be given in the requirements document. Who gave that? Business analyst. And based on that, developer based on that, you have to test it. Right? You read. And after that login, you should not directly test it. You have to write your scenarios. You will say, I'm going to test with IE browser. I'm going to test with Firefox Chrome. I'm going to test with a valid user account to log in. I'm going to test with invalid user account. I'm going to test with a blank account. I'm going to test with a valid username and blank password. I'm going to test with a valid username, invalid password. This is our job. You document it first, then you test it. While testing, you may get some errors. Avi, I got your email account. If possible, I recommend you guys to give me your Gmail account because all the recordings will go to G Drive so that you can play. Okay. Please send me your Gmail account. If not, please create one and send it to me. But there is a process in now you wrote the test case, you test it. Once developer gives something, while testing, if you find any issues, you enter invalid username and invalid password. It is letting you log in. That is not correct, right? Submit a bug, right? So during automation, these are all you are going to do. These are all you are going to learn during automation. Now, these are all the some real applications, some sample applications. Let's say this is your July batch, 5 people there. At the end of the training, you all will pick one of the websites, and you will do manual testing and automation. And tomorrow, when you join the company, same thing. We already have 7 people. We hired you because we need more resource. There are a lot of features coming. So this is the website. You test it manually or automation. Whatever we are doing in office, I'm simulating the same here. So that for teaching, for me, it is easy. And tomorrow when you join the company also, it's easy. Okay. So that is the project work. Yeah.
Can you please explain the hierarchy from the BA to release?
BA to?
BA to release, how the project.
Oh, okay. So BA to release, in manual testing, right, there is one topic that we are going to discuss. This is a software development lifecycle. The second chapter itself with a full stars and all. Requirements gathering, design, coding, testing, development, maintenance. And also within testing is one of the phase, right? But within the phase, as a QA engineer, what we are doing, we have to analyze the requirements, we have to write QA test plan, we have to develop test cases, we have to set up the environment, we have to execute the test cases, we have to submit the bugs, let developer fix it, and we have to close it, right? But in the above chapter, we'll tell during requirements gathering, who's doing what. If we take this as an example, right? Requirements gathering is done by the business analyst or product owner. Development team will analyze requirements from the design, architecture, coding perspective. Whereas in testing team, what they're doing, testing team also review, analyze the requirements. Testing team identifies the testing requirements. They will they are going through the requirements and all to develop their QA test plan, test cases, and execute. These are all the things will happen. We have very good material, though we have some majority of them. It's my own. What we are doing in the office, we are exactly documented here. But some of them we have to take bookish. If we give our own answers, they may not like it. This is a kind of half of the part is bookish. They're asking what is exit and entrance credit. Some definition we have to tell. But these points are kind of my own points. Or every QA company is doing this. Okay. So without learning the basics, you don't go for a next level. It's my responsibility to make sure with this training you should be able to clear the interview and you should be able to hold the job and do your work peacefully at client's place. That I can give the guarantee. Okay. So let's go back to okay. So project work also we discussed, and we have 2 modes of training. You can attend in class or online. Once the team forms, we can kick off the first day. Any questions on this course curriculum?
Since you said about the automation testing is there, anyway she will be learning white box and black box testing.
So okay, white box and black box. This is a black box, right? Software QA manual testing is a black box. Now automation, whatever manual testers doing, this tool will automate so that manual testers no need to manually test it. Now next one is white box. White box means developer wrote, let's say, Java code. within that Java code, is there any mistakes? Is there any unuseful code? Why did you write while loop instead of for loop? Why did you write a lot of duplication instead of write a common function and call it? That means if you want to go as a white box tester, since you are learning Java, if you say that I'm good, I'm confident, you can even apply for white box jobs. But unfortunately, white box positions are very less. Let's say if I get 10 openings in QA, almost 50% of my QA team members are always manual testers. Though we are talking about automation and all, who will test the new features? Manual testers should test it first. Then 3 to 4 engineers are automation. Maximum 1, either a white box or they do performance testing or API or web services testing. Only 1%, because they will not have job continuously. But white box testers will have it. But if developers permits, developers saying, oh, we are writing JUnit scripts, we know we don't require somebody to test my code, right? So, but there is a performance testing, there is a web services. If you ask the question, I used to teach performance testing using JMeter. I still have the SOAP UI tool to test web services, but we are not getting any openings. People spending a lot of time to learn. But manual testing and automation, we are getting more. That is the reason I added Java separately, TestNG separately. Earlier I used to teach directly Selenium WebDriver. In the place of this and this, I used to teach JMeter and SOAP UI. But we are not getting any openings. We are getting more openings in manual testing and automation. Okay. So we discussed a high level what is the difference between manual automation. Selenium we discussed Jira. So this is just on a weekly basis, how many classes happening on all and all. So QA career definitely extremely hot in IT industry. It is evergreen. Without without involving QA and testing, either hardware or software products we cannot release to the customers. One advantage is QA is a generic course. IBM mainframes used to be there. It's gone. But IBM mainframe QA engineers still they are continuing. But mainframe engineers, they learned either .NET or Java and then they moved to others. Now, earlier we used to have client-server applications or IBM mainframe applications. Later web-based applications came. Now mobile applications, tomorrow robots will come. But you are not going out and learn something and test it. So QA is a generic kind of topic. So the main things are review requirements, write test plan, write test cases, test it, submit bug, generate report. If you learn once, you will apply the same for either client-server applications or web application or mobile or tomorrow robo applications. Doesn't matter. That's why it is evergreen. That's all I have. You guys have any questions, please let me know. And also I will take Mansi, what is your email ID? I think I have it, right? Let me check. Mona already sent your email ID and one more. Where is that? Is this yours?
Yes.
I think we are expecting Vijay also. She has to attend online. So who attended? Is that Vijaya? So Vijaya, if Vijaya or somebody, when you attend demo means there is no requirement that you have to join. I already mentioned it. Feel free, make sure you are comfortable. If you think I can teach the QA really well, that will help you to get a job. If you get that confidence, then only you join. Otherwise, you don't need to, right? I think you are Magdalene's friend, I guess. But I'm asking so many times, if you are not giving, that is not good. Please put your email ID, name and phone number so that I can, I have 2 contacts. V's email I have Maybe V is Magdalene as different. Magdalene is our current batch student. She referred one of the students. Anyway, I'm expecting 2 more people. But anyway, we are recording the class. I will share the record. Any other questions you guys have? Black box and manual testing, both are same. White box means you should know. Let's say if I developed a web page or website in .NET, and if you want to come as a white box, you must know .NET, right? So if it is application developed in Java, you must know Java. Let's say I'm a developer. If I know 80% of Java, if you are a white box engineer, you must know at least 60% of Java. The reason why a lot of white box engineers we are not finding, they're saying, if I know Java coding, why should I come for a white box? I can go as a developer, right? Developers will get little more than manual or automation engineers, right? But every time there is a challenge. They have to write a dynamic code, depends on the functionality. So again, the planning is, today demo is over. I got your email IDs. I will, first of all, irrespective whether you're going to join or not, doesn't matter. I will add you to the material. You access it and check. I'll show you how the material looks like. Right now, whatever I have shown here, right, this is my local copy. So this is the same folder, you will see it in G Drive. Under that, you will see the same folders. Here you will learn Agile. This is interview preparation document, sample resumes, project work I already showed. This is where you will see all the training material for manual testing. Here you will see automation material, and this is a bug tracking tool. This is a QA. Actually, this and that both are. I have to move this. QA interview preparation, and there is a web technologies for QA. Example, if you want to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all, we have it. But I don't teach it. But if you go through it, you will understand. So, not needed. Prerequisites, I will say Unix and SQL. When I send welcome email today, I will send you the links. You click it, read it, right? So you will, for example, this is how I will send. For every new batch, right? For example, June batch, I said, before you come for the class, please go through these two, study and come. And also I mentioned clearly how many hours. Okay, so we have a proper planning. So I will add you to the material. I will share this recording as well. And by Monday, one of us, either myself or Mona or Crystal or Shamili, will send you guys an email saying your first class is going to start on so-and-so date, so-and-so time. And there is a meeting link. If somebody is attending online, they will attend. They will come for in-class. Everything will be there, right? But when I send this email, you will see my email address, phone number, everything. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you guys going to call me or email. Okay. So we have everything. Take your own time. Feel free, and you can say you're coming or not coming. Not an issue. But if you want to definitely go for QA, if you want to be QA, definitely you came to the right place. But everyone will sell their bread, right? Everyone will say it is a fresh. You have to take all these things, but we are doing successfully. Not only training, people getting the jobs. If people getting the job, then only our training is good. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for your time, patience. Teaching is easy. Listening is very difficult. So, so I'm about to end the call. Maybe somebody joined and they're not even watching. That is fine. So, you will get an email for the next class. And so next class, how it will be, let's say next Wednesday if you are starting. If I see any new students, we don't talk this 1 hour and all we discussed, right? That new student already saw this recorded video. Just 10-15 minutes, I will just recap and then we'll start the first topic. That is the plan. So we'll stop it now. Have a good weekend.